And I just think it's so important to us as adults, especially like in the times we live in general, we desperately need creativity. And I love being able to share with people, like, being creative doesn't mean you have to paint on a canvas. Being creative is like how you garden. It's how you bake. It's how you think about life. It's how you pick out silverware in your kitchen. Like, it can be anything. So I think maybe that's like the common thread through all the things that I love to do, is just really trying to celebrate and encourage, especially adults, to embrace some creativity in their life.
Beautiful message? Oh, we love beautiful messages.
Greetings from Confetti Land, home of the Confetti Bar. I'm Jessica, founder and confetti artist.
And I'm Alexis, head of happiness. Join us here in this magical, colorful place where we
have fun,
feel feelings,
and encourage you to embrace your unique version of happiness and all of its beautiful, messy pieces.
We are so excited to have you join us. Today in Confetti Land, we're joined by someone who knows that healing and art share the same palette. A little color, a little courage, and a lot of beautiful messes. Allie Joy is a board-certified art therapist and licensed professional counselor who founded Creatively Clinical, where she helps other clinicians rediscover their creative spark. She believes therapy can be playful, artful, and yes, even whimsical. So let's roll up our sleeves, dip our brushes in joy, and explore what happens when imagination meets intention. Welcome, Allie.
Thank you. That might be one of the best intros I've ever received. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Oh, we're glad you feel welcomed into Confetti Land.
I'm so excited. I really can't say it enough how obsessed I am with Confetti Land. And when you guys reached out, I was like, I think I found my people. This is amazing.
Yes, for sure. 100%. Okay, before we get into all to the goodness, we do want to talk about all things whimsy and art and all the magical stuff today. But before we get started, there's usually a couple questions we ask all of our visitors to just warm us up. So first things first, what does confetti mean to you?
Oh, I feel like confetti just means like excitement, celebration, color, like so much joy. I feel like there's so many words, but maybe I'll stick with those.
Those are good ones.
Jinx.
We're just on the same page today, Alex. I keep saying the same things. What would currently make up the confetti mix of your life?
Ooh, okay. Do we mean like the literal confetti mix, or what do we think?
It can be anything. You could go more metaphorical. You can go physical things, whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's both. I would definitely have all of the holographic things. I'm obsessed with all things that are like holographic, lots of glitter, and definitely bright neon colors. And again, I feel like that's also maybe a metaphor mixed in there too for my life.
I love it. I'm feeling all those things.
Mm-hmm. That's so good.
When you guys sent all the stuff, like I was like, again, I have found my people, because anything colorful, holographic, sparkly, shiny, it's like I could have picked out every single thing that you guys do, and it's amazing. And I really am just like, it's all just perfection.
That's honestly why we love this podcast so much, is because we find our kindred confetti spirits through this, and we become besties. So it's genuinely the best thing ever.
Absolutely. So, I love it.
Glad you're into it. All right. Well, we would love to know just about you and all the things. So give us you in a nutshell, and we'll kind of deep dive into more of the art and whimsy stuff in a bit as well.
Yeah. So I feel like this is always hard because I do so many things, which is such a privilege, and it's so exciting. So I guess at my core, professionally, I am an art therapist, and I have been practicing for 10 years now, which is crazy to say out loud. And I currently have my own private practice, but I do a lot outside of that. So I still have a small caseload, and I'm based in Connecticut, which again, Jess, so funny that we are so close to each other. So I also do work with, I like to supervise other art therapists, because we need hours of supervision to get credentials. So I love working with new art therapists. And then I love doing just consulting and networking with other mental health professionals to talk about how they can incorporate creativity into the work that they do. And then I do so much on the internet, which is always like a fun but weird thing. And I love talking about, like we're saying, all the things whimsy, creative, and just really, I think all of these things maybe come together to just come to the belief that we all are creative inherently as people. And I feel like as adults, so many people lose that. They think like, well, I'm not an artist, so I can't be creative. Or like so many people haven't picked up maybe like a creative project since they were in school. And I just think it's so important to us as adults, especially like in the times we live in general, we desperately need creativity. And I love being able to share with people, like being creative doesn't mean you have to paint on a canvas. Being creative is like how you garden. It's how you bake. It's how you think about life. It's how you pick out silverware in your kitchen. Like it can be anything. So I think maybe that's like the common thread through all the things that I love to do is just really trying to celebrate and encourage, especially adults, to embrace some creativity in their life.
Love that.
Yes, we're all about the creativity here, and I do want to talk more about that. But first, can you just explain to us and the people of Confetti Land, so what makes an art therapist different from any other kind of therapist?
Yeah. So art therapy actually requires very specialized training. So I have a master's degree in art therapy and counseling, and it is title protected. So I think it gets a little confusing because sometimes other professionals say they do art therapy, but you do have to be trained and credentialed to practice it ethically in all the states here, and then in other countries as well. So it requires most programs, like I have my clinical credentials, so I'm a licensed professional counselor, and then I also have my art therapy training. So it's kind of like two master's degrees in one that we do. And so we learn all about how to utilize like the creative practice with clients and the work that we do. There's a lot that goes into the theories and the training and the modalities and the tools that you use. And it can be used with anyone. A lot of people think it's just for kids, but I actually work with only adults now. And it's really about every person's different, which is why I think I gravitated towards it, because for some, art and creativity can be a way to communicate their feelings, things that they've been through that can be hard to verbalize. It can be like letting out some things that they've experienced. It can also be an amazing like coping skill and strategy using art. So it can be used in such a variety of ways in any setting and truly with like any age, but it does have that specialized like training and licensure and credentials and all of those things too.
Okay. Thank you. That is super helpful because I've obviously have been aware and have heard of it, but I was always curious kind of like, what is the distinction? Mm-hmm. But I love that in general, because obviously we talk a lot about mental health in some ways here because of the fact like it is very easy for people to think, okay, if we're talking about confetti and color and joy, like it's just all about feeling happy and things like that. And our biggest thing here in Confetti Land is it's not just about being happy, it's about feeling all of your feelings. And it is about embracing like the beautiful mess. And it's about celebrating even the hard stuff or the sad stuff or, kind of everything in between. So I've always liked to look at confetti as like a form of healing in and of itself. So I'm curious, like from your perspective, what are some of the different creative and artistic ways you think are kind of the most healing?
Ooh, I think it's hard to say because I think it depends on the person. And I think maybe that is something that I think is so important is for people to kind of listen to what feels good for them. And I think it's great to experiment and explore and be messy and playful and curious and all of those things. And I think it's whatever really speaks to you because some people will get absolutely nothing out of painting and that's okay. And then someone might really enjoy like gardening and how that is very creative and all of those things. So I think that just in general, creativity lends itself well to healing and that it's really so important to never think you have to fit into a box. Like, oh, I saw all these people talking about painting. I should really push through it even though I don't like it. And it's like, no, like if it's one thing to challenge yourself and try something and let yourself be bad and make bad art and experiment and be messy. But then there's another thing of like just doing something because you think you have to, if that makes sense. So I feel like I can't even generalize and it's just more like experiment and see what you like.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would have to agree that sometimes it's tough. I think even like for me to like let go when I'm creating art. There is sort of some of this pressure even that I put on myself where it's like sometimes it's like just do it for the sake of doing it. And it doesn't have to turn into something. It doesn't have to be something like photo worthy or whatever it is that I make up in my head that it has to be. But I always find that just by sitting down and creating something, it always does like make me feel better, regardless of like what I'm going through. But there is something like so much about the process. But I do find I get like so caught up in the end result sometimes that I really have to force myself to say, no, it's about the process, not what's going to come out of it.
Yes. And that's like the biggest probably thread in art therapy is that it's all about the process and not the product. And so even in like the work I do with clients and for myself and in general, it's really trying to break that, like only focusing on that end product. So a lot of it can be just like very abstract, experimenting, be messy, all of those things. And for myself too, like I get sometimes in this loop and this trap of like, oh, if I don't record it and post it, like I really should be, right? Or like I have to make something and then, like you said, take a picture of it. And that can be, it can have its places, but it can also be so harmful to that enjoyment of the process of being creative. And I personally challenge myself to make sure I'm doing things I'm not like recording or posting and letting myself enjoy it. And even sometimes like trying to make it like non-aesthetic of like, just do something and don't worry about how it's looking, because it can kind of like really counteract some of that like healing or enjoyment that you're getting out of the process.
Yeah, when like you add that pressure back in. I am curious, do you find that whether your clients or maybe just people you encounter, like do you find people misunderstand art therapy in the way where they think it is like childish or silly when it's like therapy is supposed to be serious business and I'm supposed to be, you know, talking about my feelings? Do you find people react to it in any particular way?
Oh, absolutely. I think probably 9 times out of 10 when I share what I do, they're like, oh, so you work with kids. And I'm like, I understand why you're saying that, but I actually work only with adults now. I used to work with kids for a long time. It's incredibly effective with kids and it's amazing and powerful and transformative, but it's also all of those things for adults too. And I love the work that I've done in the past with kids, but ever since I found like this wonderful sweet spot of I love working with like college students, like young adults, it is really changed the way that I've like practiced and looked at it. But I do think that most people initially, because like I said, even earlier, most people as adults, unfortunately, stop creating things. So they think, oh, art creating kids. It's like a 1, 2, 3. And it's like, no. I promise, like it's amazing for adults too.
Yeah. This is a very common thread of like this season, I think, Alexis, with some of our guests that we've talked to so far, but also in past season, and a lot of people, like when we talked with Yelena about like play and like color, like it comes up again and again. And we've had this with the Confetti Bar too, where a lot of people will think, oh, like you're a kid's brand. And like we wrote a children's book, so we have like one thing, but for the most part, my stuff has always been geared towards adults. And it's the same kind of thing where there's just like this perception that like we think as we get older and we become an adult, like you have to lose all of the color and the fun and the play and creativity and things like that. And I love finding more and more people and talking to more and more people who are really trying to change that and flip it around, because I think that is the piece that a lot of times we lose. And that's what kind of makes us the miserable adult, is because we've intentionally like kept ourselves from having the joyful things that we once did like embrace wholeheartedly. And it's just funny that we like, for whatever reason, decide like, no, we have to be serious now.
Yeah, I agree completely. It's so interesting when you do start to talk to so many people, like how you can see it. I'm like, when's the last time you got messy? When's the last time you had something in your hands? Like, or, you know, or just doing something that you're enjoying. And it's funny. I even do like events where like I've been doing all these fun, like book bedazzling events and all this. And even sometimes with that, like I had an event, someone asked me to do one and they were like, okay, so this is only kids, right? And I was like, I've actually only run this with adults. Like, it's so funny. Even things like that where, and I just feel like though there is this wonderful shift that's happening where it seems like so many more people are embracing like and healing their inner child and like leaning into like, I can still be an adult, I can still be professional, I can still do all these things and also be colorful and fun and experiment, and it doesn't have to do anything with my kids or anything like that.
Yes. Okay, I have to ask, I saw this on your Instagram. I have to tell me more. What is texture hunting? I am very intrigued by this concept.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is something that was so funny. So I was on vacation with my husband this past summer. And we love Brighton in England. It's one of our favorite places. And we were just like in our Airbnb and I saw this video of someone doing texture hunting. And I was like, Oh my God, we need to go to the art store right now and I need to try this. It's so cool. So pretty much what you do is you take a kneadable eraser, which is usually made for like people who do like charcoal drawings and stuff. It collects the particles and like helps lift them. And then you knead it into the eraser and you keep reusing it. So you take that and you go out in the world and you find a cool texture and you press it into it and it makes like a temporary stamp. So then you can push it into an ink pad and stamp it in like a journal or a sketchbook. And it is so fun. And I can't believe that I had never heard of it, thought of it. And I just fell in love with it because I think it really also encourages us to slow down and pay attention to the things that are around us. It's super grounding because you're like looking for fun textures. And I've even done it in my hometown. And I'm like, I've gone past this thing so many times and I never noticed this really weird, cool texture down there. And it's just it's really fun. It's really creative. You get a lot of questions, but it's a blast. I love it so much.
That's cool. But you're spreading joy even there, like with people asking questions, like they're going to get in on this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing. And to see how much it's just spread and just to have so many fun conversations about it, it's really, really fun. And it is really cool when someone's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, let me show you this thing. I promise it's fine. Like we've done it in a bunch of different places now. And we've had like such a variety of people, like even like we were overdoing it like over by Yale because there's so many cool textures like in New Haven and around Yale. And the security guard was like, can I help you? What are you doing? And we were like, it's non-damaging. Like it's great because it's just the kneadable eraser. So no ink ever gets on a surface. Cause I've seen those videos too, where people do the street printing and they're putting like ink on surfaces and then they clean it off. And I'm like, that's really cool. And that's fine. But like the cleanup, like the waste, like I never could like imagine myself doing that. So this felt like a really cool and fun, accessible, eco-friendly, like sustainable way to do that in a different way.
I love that it like forces you to kind of look at things differently and like kind of see the world in a different way. And like when you're intentionally, I would imagine, and I'm going to have to go do it myself, but I would imagine like you really are looking at things differently and like from the texture of it and like, ooh, what would this look like? What would this look like?
Yeah, and it's fun to try to find different words. Like we were also visiting some friends in England and we were doing it with our friend and their kids. And so we just took a walk and we were doing it and we found this like traffic cone that was like on a sidewalk and it had the words like Bigfoot on it on the traffic cone. And so now I have a texture stamp, a print of, it says Bigfoot, and you could just find like funny words and like things that are on like an electrical grate. They have funny words on them that you might not have ever known before. So even like that, I'm like, oh my God, who knew these like grates on the ground have great words on them? Like I never would have noticed that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I see you doing that, Alexis. This feels like a very Alexis thing.
I'm adding it to my list.
Yes. Oh my gosh, please share if you try it because it's so cool to see the textures that people find. Like even just in like I've done it at the beach. Like it's so many places you can do it, and it's like one of my favorite things to get to see like what textures people found and like what they experienced and how fun it was.
Yes, I'll keep you posted. And another guest this season inspired me to go on a color walk. I literally went right after we walked or after we recorded. And so this is my next thing. I'll be heading to Hobby Lobby.
Yes, amazing. Yeah. And it's great because the kneadable erasers are like pretty much endlessly reusable because after you like take the texture and you stamp it, the leftover ink, you just knead it back into the eraser and then it doesn't get on the next surface. So you just keep redoing it and it's just with the eraser. So that's another really cool part is that it feels, again, sustainable, accessible. It's not crazy expensive to start a really fun hobby. And then you just keep reusing it.
So fun. I'm excited.
I have to ask, these are the questions that run through my mind. So like, when you do take the stamp, do you just like use black ink? Do you use all different color inks? Is it just dependent on your mood? Do you keep a bunch of inks with you? I need to know these kinds of things.
Oh, I keep a bunch of inks with me. They're always in my purse. So if you ever see me, I can whip out my eraser and my inks that are always in my purse because you never know when you're going to find a fun texture. And that's the life I live, which I love. So if I'm in a small bag, maybe I'll bring like my black ink pad. And then I love Ranger ink. I don't know if you've ever used their products. And I do work with them and they have these DIY ink pads where you get a blank ink pad. You can buy the liquid inks and so you can make your own. So I have like a really fun ombre, like rainbow one that I will often bring with me. it opens up a whole new door of like mixing colors and stuff. So I like that as well because it adds that really fun, like playful color and then like a kind of a gradient. So it's always a mix. And again, I always have it in my bag.
I feel like I need to add, like, what other kinds of art supplies do you always have on hand?
That's a good question. Normally, I definitely always have like some sort of writing utensil, whether it's like pen, usually probably a pen and a marker, and probably a glitter gel pen as well in there. I try to always have a small sketchbook with me just in case, because also I try so hard to replace scrolling on my phone with other things. Like I always have my emotional support Kindle that's always in my bag too. So if I'm like in a line or like waiting somewhere where I might have scrolled, I'll try to replace it with something like that instead. So bare like minimum is usually a sketchbook, the texture hunting supplies, and some writing utensils. But again, catch me on like a busy day or like a bigger bag, and it's like, who knows what's in there, honestly. I might not even know.
That's awesome.
Bag of magic. Okay, I think it would be fun to hear. I assume from what I've seen and heard, you run the gamut of types of creative projects and materials and things you use. But like, what are your favorite mediums? What are your favorite things to do? The most maybe out there thing you've created with?
Yeah, I have been very into junk journaling lately. I don't know if you guys junk journal or if you've seen much about it.
I watch
Bands.
the videos. I'm very intrigued by it.
Yeah. So junk journaling is, I always joke too. And like, luckily my friends and family can just know who I am as a person where I'm like, give me your trash. Like, I love it. It's great. I think it's great though, because I definitely have like perfectionism tendencies that I'm always trying to battle because that's just not healthy for me to focus on. And junk journaling is such a great way to like combat that and still be creative. So it's literally just taking anything around you. Like a lot of people will save like receipts, like scraps from packaging. Like there's always like the funny memes of like peeling off labels when you're out or like grabbing like at a restaurant, like the paper something came on. And so you just kind of like collect these fun little scraps from your life. And then it's essentially like collaging or like scrapbooking with them. But it's all about just like embracing the mess. It's not supposed to be perfect. And it's just a fun way to be creative, to not worry about being perfect. And it's then kind of a collection of the things around you. Even sometimes like I've done it with junk mail, like things that you get like randomly from a package. And so I feel like it's also a fun way to like recycle in a sense, because it's like reduce, reuse, recycle, right? So it's like reusing things that you might have thrown out. So it ticks a lot of boxes for me. And it's just really playful and fun while also not being about being perfect. But that's definitely maybe an out there one when someone's like, you want this receipt or like this paper that my food came on? And I'm like, yep. If you don't mind, that would be great. Thank you so much.
I love that. Yes, I'm very into collage. I've done a lot of collage art. I don't know what I need to get in on the junk journaling. I watch all the creative things. I think that's my problem. Like I always have like a new creative hobby. And Alexis can attest. I like can get obsessed with something and I'll like do all of it, like embroider. But I always have to put a confetti spin on it, and that's just sort of how my brain works. But embroidery, collage, I'm always adding confetti into those things. I've been really into adding disco tiles.
Yes, I love it. I'm going to put the confetti in my junk journal. Like I already know. It's already the plan.
I love it.
And I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm just excited for the confetti. But I also love discoing. I don't know if you can see them in my background because I disco tile everything. I don't know if there's any in the background, but I love disco tiling everything as well.
I'm very into it. I still have it on my list. I haven't quite gotten to it, but I've seen where people do it like on the inside of the door frame. I'm going to do it on that door. I just have to make sure I can still close it afterwards, but very excited about that. Alexis, you get down and crafty. I've seen you do like virtual craft nights and things. What are you doing over there?
Well, actually, tomorrow the Goddard girlies have a virtual craft sesh.
Love it.
So, quick explanation. Last February, or I guess this past February, I was like, man, it would be so much fun to do like a Galentine's with my mom and my sister-in-law, but we live in 3 different states. And so I was like, we can do something virtual. So a friend had sent me these cute like little felt bow garlands that were like low stakes, high reward vibes. And I like gathered the supplies for that and sent it to my mom and sister-in-law. And my sister-in-law was like, wait, we should be doing this like year round. So we've since then like rotated like through each of us of like putting together the little craft and sending it. And so tomorrow we're making, they could be ornaments or gift toppers, I'm told, but little like beaded bows. We love a bow, I guess. This is our at least second bow craft. But like little wired beaded cute little gift toppers and stuff for Christmas. So I'm very excited about that.
So fun. I anything sparkly too. I feel like sign me up. Like I've been doing lots of book bedazzling as well. Like just putting sparkles basically on everything is my full-time hobby.
I mean, there's no better life, honestly.
Yeah,
Alexis
agreed.
brought her headband just for this.
Love
Listen,
it.
this truly was the perfect headband for this. I'm so excited.
I know. Can we get the links, please?
And I'm christening it. It's the first wear.
Wait, did you make it or did you get it?
I got it from TJ Maxx.
I love it. It's so good. I thought it was a Confetti Land headband because it's so Confetti Land vibes. I love it.
It's giving. It's giving. I feel like, yeah, we should make these. That would be really fun.
That would be
I got to
really
study
fun.
this one a little bit more.
Yeah, I need a close-up. Need to take it apart. Let's really see what they did here. All right, I do want to talk a little bit now about Whimsy. So just a little backstory. So when Alexis and I, when we have a new season of the podcast, we usually just sit down and we brainstorm like, what are the topics we want to talk about and everything. And Whimsy had come up a lot for us. And we said, hey, we want an episode about Whimsy. We didn't know what that meant. We just had it on our list. And as we were going through, and I have to say, and I always, as we said, I think it's confetti kismet. Your post about Whimsy just came across my feed magically, like don't know how, but so you had your post and I'm going to read it here just so that everyone can get the context. But this is how we discovered you and then went down the rabbit hole. So you said, ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to embrace my whimsy. Whimsy is rebellion with a twinkle. It's play that heals. It's permission to be curious, messy, and magical all at once. And then even in your caption, you're saying whimsy is survival. It's how we find color in the cracks of life. It's not about escaping reality. It's about reshaping it. So tell me about your relationship with whimsy.
Yeah, I think that I came out as a whimsical child, which is great. So I feel like I've been embracing that vibe for a long time because I think it's all of those things. But again, I think so often we feel like we lose that as adults. Like we can't be all of those things. And to me, whimsy is like, I think especially as women, and not exclusively, but like pretty heavily as women. And like there's so many expectations of how we have to show up and like present ourselves and all of these things. And I feel like I've always gravitated towards the people where they're just like, oh, like that's like, you know, our crazy aunt who like loves to do these things. I'm like, that's who I want to be in a room with. I'm the crazy aunt and I will always want to be that person. And it's just like trying to be fun and like not take ourselves so seriously. And it's not to say that you can't be serious, but it's like we were kind of saying before of like, it's just permission to be playful and have fun. And I do think that I'm really big on just in general, like advocacy and social justice and all of those things. And I think that whimsy is rebellious because, again, we're expected to just like be these like quiet, docile, submissive females so often. And I feel like that narrative has gotten really strong lately. And so, yeah, I'm like, am I allowed to swear on this? Because if I am, fuck that. Like, I want to be the whimsical person who isn't putting myself in a box because life is too short. Oh my gosh, life is way too short to just think I have to be serious all the time.
I agree. And it's boring too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how could you not be excited about embracing like color and glitter and all of those things? And not to say everyone needs to love like color and glitter, but at the same time, there's like an aversion to it. It's not just a matter of like, oh, like I prefer like, what do they call it? Millennial gray. And then what's the new one? Something beige.
Something big. Yeah, something big.
And that's fine. I mean, if there are genuinely people who like that, that's great. But I feel like it's more than just like, oh, I don't prefer color. It's like a heavy, like, I'm going to purposely keep this out of my life. And that's always very puzzling to me.
Yeah, I agree. And it's interesting too, because, I love a colorful wardrobe. Like I have very colorful things all the time. And it's so interesting because like a lot of people will talk to me about it and I'm so excited they are. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. And I hear a lot of like, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, what's stopping you? Like, I would love to know, like not in a judgmental way. Like what is stopping you? I think one of the worst and best parts of being adult is I have adult money. I get to pick the things I want to buy. And so like even I joke like my silverware is like rainbow silverware. And someone's like, oh, that's so cool. It's like, yeah, I had to buy silverware and I picked this one and it was about the same price and it's fun because I had to get it anyway. So if I have to buy something or even investing in like the adult things, like I will always pick the colorful one because it brings me joy. It makes me feel happy. And so I think it's always interesting that, like you said, so many people are just like, oh, like I didn't think of that. And I'm like, yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Okay, so one of the things we had here at the Confetti Bar earlier this summer, I think we launched it, but we came out with a Whimsy kit, which has since sold out, so I have to bring it back. But we had different things. We had a little mini disco ball. We had temporary tattoos. We had bubbles. We had edible glitter. Remind me, Alexis, I'm drawing a blank. What else was in there? Oh, googly eyes. Things like that. And the whole idea, and it came with a little like whimsy guide that I wrote that, talked about like ways to add whimsy into your everyday and things like that. So I want to know, what would be in your whimsy kit?
I mean, 100% all of those things. I love googly eyes. I was doing this for a bit with my husband where I started putting googly eyes on things in our house until he would notice. And he noticed right away, but then I kept doing it anyways because it's so fun. And I love that. So definitely googly eyes. Yes, all the sparkly things. I love edible glitter, just like in a beverage, like makes it so fun. I would agree on the disco tiles. I love a fun pen. So this actually on my desk, this is one of my favorite pens. So I would probably put some of these in there of like a nice sparkly or fuzzy maybe pen. Maybe some like, I don't know, like fun sunglasses or something. That might be a little whimsical, I like. But I mean, you guys like nailed it. Like I could not add anything and that would be perfection.
No, I love that. Sunglasses would be fun. I think pom-poms maybe need to be in the next version too. I don't know. I'm always letting the wheels turn about what else should be in there.
Or like a sparkly patch that you could put on something or something like that of like an addition to like spot your fellow whimsy people.
Yep. I feel like more sticker. We didn't really have stickers in there. I don't think.
Stickers are
Stickers
good.
too. Okay. I think there's lots of things we could put in there, but what are also some ways like you choose to practice whimsy? So I love like putting the googly eyes around your home. Are there other things that you intentionally do to try and add that little bit of whimsy to the everyday?
Yeah, I think like I was kind of saying of like if you have to get something anyways, like seeing if there's a fun version of it, I think just when you're being creative or like even gift giving, I feel like I try to give people something whimsical and fun because like I love a practical gift. Like I love getting socks genuinely as a gift, like truly love that. But like I would also love like sparkly socks or something like that. So I feel like I love giving that to people because I think that's so great in gift giving is like something someone might not pick out for themselves or might not get otherwise. So I feel like that's a way to like spread the whimsy. That's really fun. And even in like, decorating something like even again, like I knew we were like those kindred spirits when I got the little box and it's like, I would also buy the rainbow box. Always. I will always buy the rainbow box. So I think stuff like that, right? Like, so I think maybe even if someone's like wanting to like dip their toe into whimsy, it's like, okay, next time you have to make a purchase, like, can you see if there's a really version that speaks to you? It might not have to be that rainbow or colorful one, but something that to you feels different, but in a good way of like something that's again, maybe a little sparkly. And just even with like decorations or decor, I think it's really fun to bring it in like battle that millennial gray if you like got your house and it's gray. Like my living room is gray, but I also added some really fun, colorful, like temporary wallpaper. I had like 3 disco globes in my living room, like a fun thing, so it's like you can add to it. You don't have to like completely revamp your life unless you want to, but you can add little bits of whimsy that just make you smile. Like when I open my shades in the morning, I have a disco globe where the morning sun will hit it. And then I have like little like sparkly bits. And it's like, I look forward to that in the morning. And it's something so small that you can bring in that it's like, instead of being like, well, I am still like, look, I'm tired, I need coffee. But then it's like, but I look forward to when I can have at least some disco sparkles before my coffee, and that makes me smile.
I am very much a fan of the disco ball around the home. I have many, and whenever the light does hit, I call it magic disco hour.
It's the best. I love it so much. How about you guys? I mean, you guys are confetti experts. Like how you have the whimsy, the confetti in your spaces. I would love to know.
Alexis, I think you need to talk about what is the party tub in your sprinkle drawer.
Okay, well, as a bachelorette, I get to have, I mean, you can't tell from my background, but I do get to have a very girly place. So out of sight, we've got pink confetti dishes that came from Jessica and that I use every day. And like fun art and things. And then I literally have, it's meant to be a dresser, but I have repurposed it to being my craft party supply station. So there's like a drawer for like decorations, a drawer for crafts, party supplies. It's very happy. And I do also have a baking tub that has lots of different kinds of sprinkles and such. But yeah,
your cardboard cutout of Audrey.
My Audrey
that you dress up.
My Audrey Hepburn cardboard cutout. It's just so fun. I've got also out of sight, but a disco ball planter hanging down, a disco ball diffuser. There's good, fun pops of color and things. And genuinely, being friends with Jessica has helped bring this out in me. I mean, I've always been fairly colorful, but just we keep, like, this is a recurring theme too, of just like using the special stuff and like gravitating to like the fun things, using the party napkins that would otherwise be sitting in my party drawer. So just pulling out those fun things. It's a good time.
I love that.
Lots of fun. I'm trying to think. I have a disco bar cart that I keep my camera supplies in.
Immaculate.
I have my kitchen disco is a very big theme, I guess, in my house. But I have my kitchen disco, so I have a little art print that says kitchen disco, and it has like a rainbow disco ball. But then I also found a kitchen timer that's a disco timer. So when you turn it on, it has like the strobe lights, but then when it like dings, it like has a disco song that says like your dinner is ready. So I like to have that. Obviously I do have a lot of colorful art and confetti all over the house. I like so I do also, for my day job, I work at a framing company. So framing art is a big part of my life. So I do like to have a lot of like fun art around the house, but I also like ones that are a little cheeky. So I have one in my living room that says like, sorry, no jerks. And then I have one at my front door that says, come on in, don't be a dick. What else is fun and whimsical in my house? I do have, this is very special to me. So one of my dear friends, Kate, who had an art studio, she was on season 1, I believe, of our podcast. She had an art studio called Splat here in Wallingford that she has since closed just recently to focus on her own art practice that she's now kind of doing full time. But she had these beautiful confetti resined stools that she had in her studio, and they were like all different colors, and I always like admired them. And so she gave me one. It's a pink one, and it now sits in my studio, and it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
That makes me so happy you have a piece of Splat.
It is very exciting.
Your giant confetti geode? You have multiple,
I do,
but the XL one is
the big one in my hallway. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like to keep around, Alexis and I talked about this recently with using the special stuff, but party plates and like, rainbow plates and disco ball plates and stuff that we'll use on the regular. Those are just a few things.
Do you think that's so important? Like, that resonates so strongly of like, wear the thing, like, don't save it for a rainy day. There will never be a day, like,
Yep.
or it will be too far away. Like, wear the fun stuff, use the fun stuff. Like, we have to live our lives now instead of just kind of always saving stuff. And it's like, that's cool to save stuff and look forward to it and have something special. But I think that like our day to day desperately needs some of that as well. So it's like, yeah, I will 100% be the person showing up in sequins almost all the time, or again, using the plates, using the napkins. I love that. I just think it's like so needed just in general.
100%.
Is it time, Jessica?
I think it's time.
I think it's time. Okay. So, I say this every episode that we have a guest, but our favorite part of having a guest to Confetti Land is our super silly segment. So, just for fun, we're going to ask you some very random rapid fire questions, and we just want to hear your initial thoughts on things. And, I mean, it is playful, but it can turn profound pretty quickly.
Those are the best things, right? Playful things lead to profound things too.
Yes.
That's our whole goal here. We're playfully profound here in Confetti Land.
That's a good tagline.
Alrighty, up first. Are tacos better in soft or hard shells?
Ooh. In my household, we like to do both of like a little, like you put the hard shell in the soft shell because I don't like the mess of the hard shell, but I like the crunch. So I think both.
Okay.
That is a power move. I've never thought to do that.
It's great because then you just put it right inside and it does do the crumble. Because like I don't know how to eat a hard taco without it disintegrating.
Yeah.
But I love the crunch of it.
My mind is blown right now.
That's pretty good.
Profound.
I mean, where do we even go from there? Like, you're winning
How
right
have
there.
I've never done that. I'm just over here suffering with my hard shell that's going everywhere. But
I will say,
just wrap it in a soft one.
yes, and I forget that is a possibility because I have done that before. And take your soft tortilla, spread some sour cream on there as your glue, put the hard shell in, and then build it from there. It is good stuff. Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, we can go home, folks, because I'm going to have tacos tonight.
Wait, Jessica, what do you usually eat?
I usually have a hard shell, but I usually turn it into a taco salad because that's just what happens to it. But I never thought, wow. Yeah. I feel like I've been living under a rock.
I feel like I only ever buy soft tortillas, and now I'm questioning, why do I do that? Anyways.
Well, now we need both. We've learned. Okay, let me collect myself.
I've done nothing else in life. It's okay that this is it.
I can't even focus on anything else right now. Okay. Can a pen be stressed out?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Because if you're like writing too strongly or really pushing too hard, or some pens are finicky if you store them the wrong way, it gets bad and the ink's not in the right place. Like, so I think pens can be stressed out.
I think they're stressed, when you're like writing and it's starting to run out of ink and, it's just that feels like
you're doing the scribble. It's not helping, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I also never read these beforehand because I like to experience it for the first time too. Jessica just makes me laugh every time. Okay. Are penguins more romantic or more business?
Oh, that's a good one. I think that I just think of the pictures I see where they're like cuddled up together. I think that they're romantic professionals because they look like they're in a suit, kind of, but they have a soft heart and they really love each other.
I agree. Don't they mate for life?
I think so. I was thinking that as well. So I think that, yeah.
And don't the males carry the eggs on their little feet and they waddle and keep them warm?
Literally,
they're definitely
so
romantic.
Penguins know what's up.
They do.
Okay. Are stairs happier when we go up them or when we go down them?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. Maybe it depends where the stairs are. Can that be an answer? Like
Anything
my
is
basement
possible.
stairs, like maybe they're happy because I'm going down there because I don't do it often. So maybe they're happy when I'm going down them. But if there's like stairs to a really fun place, going up them, they probably feel really happy because people are coming to use them. So yeah, maybe it depends. That's a very therapist answer. I feel like.
Enough.
Oh,
It's fair enough. How do you feel about it? That's fair.
That's good. That's good. I support that. Would you rather have hair that changes color with your mood or nail polish that changes color with your mood?
Hair or both, but if I had to pick, probably hair, because I for a long time did the hair dyeing, right? And it's so fun, but it just destroys your hair. So if I could just have the magical ability to have it change, I would definitely pick that, and it would be fun. Although maybe telling, but I guess that's okay too.
See, that's what I was thinking. I do think that it'd be very cool to have color changing hair, but if I'm really upset, I can hide the nails a little bit better if I don't want somebody to see that.
But color, and this is something I love talking about as an art therapist, is color is so personal as well. And it's always important to ask because my example is always like if you see someone like making something with lots of red, you might be like, ooh, like, are they angry? What's going on? You ask them, why'd you pick red? They're like, it's my favorite color. I love it. So color is very personal. So we would have to ask, not assume about what the colors mean to us.
Accurate. That's a very good point.
True. Very true. I just like the concept in general that we would have like an automatic mood ring situation. And I think that either would be fun. I would probably go with hair too, though, because I just think, like, imagine if everyone had that and you're just walking around, everyone has a different color all the time. That would be so fun.
That would be really fun.
Side note, I feel, have we talked about this, Alexis? But this made me think of it. Like, why are cars like not more colorful? Like, why are all cars like the same boring colors? Because how fun would it be to see a rainbow out on the road when you're out driving around?
Yeah, we have talked about this, and the right people have not listened to that episode because I'm still seeing the same colors.
I agree. I will say probably about 90% of the reason why we picked the last car that we bought was because of the color, because it was different. It's like a really fun, like light-ish blue color, and I was like, I don't care what it is as long as it's that color, and it was a very strong reason about why we got the one we got.
Incredible.
Listen, I'm about it. I feel like I haven't even like had the opportunity. Anytime I looked for a car, there was just never a fun color.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they think no one would buy it, but there's probably a great market for it.
I would. Every once in a while, you see like someone who, like got it custom colored, and like I've seen a pink car or whatever, but it's like so rare. I want it to be the everyday. I want to see everyone's favorite colors on the road.
Agreed.
Anyway, should laughter be measured in volume or length?
Ooh. It makes me think of Monsters, Inc. a little bit. When they changed from the screams to the laughs. I think length, because I just think of the times where I'm like hysterically laughing and it turns silent and then I can't stop. And I feel like that's when I'm like, when your belly starts to hurt because you've been laughing for so long. So I love a loud laugh, but I do think that the ones that really hit us they just keep going, and then it comes back and then you stop and it comes back because you look someone in the eye and you're like, uh-oh, it's happening again.
Agreed.
Yeah. I have to agree too.
Is it ever too cold for ice cream?
Unpopular opinion. Yes, because I'm always cold and I don't really like cold things and I don't eat a lot of ice cream. So I feel like I might be in the minority though, and that's okay. So I do think, because I don't like being cold, and yet I live in Connecticut. So if I'm cold, I don't want to add cold into my mouth. No, thank you.
I can respect that. I don't agree, but I can respect it.
And I can respectfully disagree. Yeah, the people who have it all the time, I'm like, oh, that's so good. Like, I'm so happy for you.
I do also live in the South, so that probably helps. But I literally I went to Alaska a few years ago, and they have a really fun, like, specialty ice cream shop that's around. And they have some socks that say, it's never too cold for ice cream. And I own those socks.
Amazing. I love it.
You literally have the socks to prove it. All right. Which art supply do you think would be the drama queen of the bunch?
Oh my gosh, that's a great. I'm looking at all my art supplies that are over here. Probably glitter. We love her. She's our girl, right? She's fantastic, but that gets everywhere. Oh my God. Or maybe even like the disco tiles, because it is a running joke in our house that there's probably a disco tile on one of the two cats at every moment of the day. It's definitely somewhere on me or a blanket. You can clean them a million times, you can vacuum a million times, and it's still stuck somewhere. So maybe between the two, it's disco tiles or glitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Glitter was my first thought. Very dramatic, but in the best way.
Yeah, in the best way. It's like a little sparkly surprise. And I'm so thankful for my husband because he embraces my sparkles, my whimsy, right? Like all of the things.
Yes.
And is so wonderfully amazing to just accept the life that we live, that there's almost always glitter or rhinestones or a disco tile in multiple places in this house. And it's okay.
Yes. I feel like he would get along with my husband because same. He's like, I've just accepted the fact like we have a confetti household, and that's just
like,
what it is.
Like sometimes I swear we've like opened a container of something and there's like a rhinestone in it, and I'm like, how did you get it already? How, like that or cat hair? It's like, how are you already in something? And it's just, it's a way of life with the sparkles and the rhinestones.
So good.
It is, but we talk about this all the time with confetti because obviously people are often very, it makes such a mess or whatever. But it's like, I would rather see that on my floor than dirt or something gross. Like, it's a happy little bit of mess.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So good. So good. Okay, this is the last silly question.
Okay.
Is art a mirror or a window?
I cannot pick. It is absolutely both. I really believe that because I think that our creativity and our art can be such a reflection of who we are. And I think sometimes we need to look at that in the mirror. But then I think it's also a beautiful window into who we are as people. And I feel like it's such a great way to share with others. And they can get that little peek in behind the curtain, through the window, all of those things. So I don't think I could ever pick between those two.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
Well, yay! Thank you so much for joining us. What is a final piece of wisdom that you would leave us with on the power of embracing mess, making art, and living a life that honors whimsy?
Oh gosh, I think, and also thank you again for having me. Truly, I was so excited when I got the message, and I'm so happy to connect with you guys. But I think that my piece to leave with would just be like, be curious and playful and experiment and let yourself experiment. Because again, I think there's so much, whether it's like stigma or fear or whatever it is, that people think like I can't do something because I'm bad at it. And I just think that to be whimsical and have fun and all of that, it's like we have to let ourselves just try things out and experiment and enjoy the process of it. Even if something comes out different or whatever, like that's okay. And I think that's where so much growth happens in the best way. So I think it's like giving ourselves permission as adults to just be playful and experiment with things.
I love that. Okay, before we get to our confetti poppers, we know that all of our confetti people are going to want to connect with you. So where and how can they do that?
Yes, the best place. I'm most active on Instagram. My Instagram is just at Creatively Clinical. And I would love to connect with anyone. And I love seeing all the things about whimsy, joy, creativity, sparkles, all the things. And you'll find all of that and everything that comes out of my brain randomly into my Instagram.
Perfect. Everyone go give a follow and check it out because I know I am very inspired and texture hunting is at the top of my list of things that needs to happen. All right. It is time. We'll get our little confetti poppers ready. Go ahead. Take the
I'm going to move my mic because I want the maximum confetti.
Oh, yes.
And I said this, I'll move my mic back. I said this off recording, but I will just say it that this was sent a few weeks ago and I had to hide it from myself, and that everybody needs one of these because it is genuinely one of the most things I've ever gotten. And I am so excited to pop this.
Oh, it's going to be a moment. We're so excited. Okay. I'm going to give us a 1, 2, 3 countdown, and it's like a volleyball situation here. All right, everybody ready? Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. I love it so much.
Was it everything you wanted?
Yes, absolutely. I love it so much. My cat is right here, very excited as well. The cats thank you too, because they're already playing with it. This is amazing.
Yay!
I want to end every single meeting I ever have for the rest of my life with Confetti Puff.
Yes!
We support this decision.
Just scoop it
You'll
back
be getting
up
a
and
bulk
put it
order from me of these.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. It was such a blast to talk about all things art and whimsy, and we hope that you'll visit Confetti Land again in the future.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yay. For more fun, join us on the socials at the Confetti Bar, and you can join the Confetti Club to receive free inspiration delivered to your inbox at theconfettibar.com/join.
Thanks for visiting!